What's up, everybody? Yeah. How's it going? Not exactly how I expected the night to be, but it is what it is, I guess. At least we're live. I mean, you know, I was supposed to come on and be live for 30 minutes, like an hour and a half ago. But instead, we weren't live for over an hour. Now I'm live. So, figure that out. Let's sharpen me all the way up right there. Look at that. I look really sharp here. Now I look really blurry. Look at that. I'm really sharp. A lot of dog hair on me. I was just wrestling with the dog earlier. Fucking hair everywhere. Look at that. Man, I really am starting to look like I'm dying. Which is pretty interesting, isn't it? You get me for a little while longer, guys. Get Joe for a little bit longer. Not much longer, but a little bit longer. In life. We should just retitle this video John Cena Collapses, and I bet it gets more video views. You know? Just call it Ric Flair Collapses. Dono link, I guess. Let everybody figure out that we're actually live. Thanks to Garguts for the... He had a great idea to grab a secure credit card to make a thing. I only had I had like 60, 80 bucks, 60, 80 bucks, and I just had to transfer it over to something to make the payment. It worked. Thanks, Garguts. I mean, I thought of that, but like I was trying all these different things, and I couldn't find a good place to do, like a good one. You know what I mean? And I'm like, if Cash App had a card, I would have been good. I would think they would have a card. I would thought I would have one, but I didn't have one. Crazy enough. How's everybody doing tonight, though? We feeling good inside? What's 35 divided by 5? 7? Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Dum, 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 dum. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Do you like my sound effects? I think they're fun. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. I got fun sound effects. How's everybody doing, man? Get weird. I'll be with you in 1 second. I'm almost done clicking buttons. Clicking buttons. clicking buttons. He's clicking again. Clickety clack over and over again. Really bizarre. Really weird how he click clacks. Clicky clack he goes. Keeps on clicking and clacking. Now it looks like we're going to get stimulus checks, but they might actually not give us checks. They might give it to us in the form of a refund taxes-wise. So I won't get any of that money. Yo.
One time Henry Godwin whooped Triple H in the Arkansas hog pen match.
Wow, remember those days, man? Was that like... Remember they had like a... Didn't Henry Godwin have a big thing with Triple H on Shotgun Saturday Night? Thank you, Doomed, for the donation, brother. I really appreciate that you care. I love you, bro. Thank you. Very nice of you. Yeah, I thought Triple H and Henry Godwin kind of had like a bit of a feud on Shotgun Saturday Night. I swear to you that happened. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think so. If you guys want to say anything during this late night stream of death,
Chat party.
Biggest botch in independent wrestling must see now.
Ooh, I'll have to check it out. I wish you'd drive up here to Mass Botch Club and execute me. Hey, listen, what's up to YR, you sexy beast? Yeah, if you donate it to me, I'll gamble it, but you have to donate it to me. Streamlabs is pinned to the top of the chat. Feel free to use that to donate if you want to do that. I don't know. Or paypal.me/Joe Cronin Show if you want to use a card or something. I don't know. Some people don't like Streamlabs. They only like to use cards they stole from their grandmothers. And those you'd want to use paypal.me/Joe Cronin Show. Don't send it to the Hingham guy. Make sure it's TC Cards or whatever, Joe Cronin. Don't send it to Joe Cronin of Hingham, or he's already rich. He'll get a lot of money. He doesn't need it. Season Friend? I like that name. They should give the Hawk to a girl a WWE contract. Yeah, they should. And then they should spit on her. Like in a spitting match. Just spit all over her. Spit all over the Hawk to a girl in a Hawk to a match. That could be what it is. Yeah, a Hawk to a match. The loser gets spit on. That could be great. Are you guys down? I'm down for that. Loser gets spit on. Wow, I like that. Let's make that happen. Imagine that. Like, oh my God. That's it. She's defeated. The Hawk Tua girl has defeated Nikki Bella. And here we go. Let the spit begin. And they just start spitting all over fucking Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, whatever, whore bag, whatever you call her. That could be fun, brother. I mean, that is it's a completely random thing to say, but wow, what a mind you have. So weird, so bizarre. Wow. Drew Bar. What's up, Drew Bar? Oh, I did the wrong thing, of course, because I'm an idiot. Drew Bar, thank you, brother, for becoming a member. You became a member. I've got a member in my pants. AEW sucks like shit, says Chris Gallegos. Damn. Take that, Tony Khan. I really don't know what to do with my life. What are you guys doing with your lives? How's your guys' lives going? They going
For the
good?
first time ever in studio, for the first time ever face to face.
So after that just horrific interview they did the last time, Tony Khan showed up to do an interview with Ariel Helwani in his studio. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So I thought that would be that's probably a video or topic I want to get to tomorrow on the show, like on the shows. Me and Luke possibly going to record another episode of Corrupted. I don't know if it'll be as funny as last time with Bullfrog, crying and whatever, being concerned about, Jackie Redmond. Tony Khan is on the Epstein list. Can you imagine that if that was true? If that really happened?
Me here on your...
This is crazy. It's so weird how Tony Khan looks like Louis Tully or Rick Moranis when he has the glasses on.
Great set.
This is amazing. This is amazing. I have to say, never in a million years did I think I'd have you in studio. Certainly not in the last few years. So it's great. And I do want to thank you because, as I was saying at the top, I think we got off on the wrong foot. I think in a previous life, we're actually really good friends. We're around the same age. We have similar interests, pro wrestling, football, soccer. Weird things happen. And I've been in this business long enough to where you get on the wrong foot.
I'm a terrorist as well.
Someone, you're never able to repair it. And so for you to come in here and talk to me face to face, actually, I think says a lot about you. So much respect. I really do appreciate it. I think it's a testament to who you are as a professional.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, Ariel. And I really appreciate you having me on. It's great to be here. I have enjoyed your interviews with some of the great AEW wrestlers. Like I said, I enjoyed seeing Darby on here. I enjoyed seeing Ricochet. And even though he's not a wrestler in AEW, I enjoyed your interview with Maven. And I thought some of the things he said were really nice. And then after seeing that interview and seeing some of the stuff you've been doing recently, I really wanted to come on and thank you for inviting me.
I appreciate that. Thank you. How is life?
It's been great. I think I'm really excited right now. I was just watching in the back England U21s.
Okay.
I think Tony Khan is really doing a good thing here too. I think they both are, really, to be honest. Like, why continue to let this fester of this like debacle of an interview the last time, right? Where everybody has all these misconceptions of each other or whatever. And so why not? Tony Khan, appears on Ariel Helwani's show. And so that's good, right? I mean, we all want content and want more out of stuff. And AEW is in Boston tomorrow, so it probably would have been better if Tony Khan called me instead of Ariel Helwani because, AEW is in Boston tomorrow. We literally have the original AEW colors in the Bruins, God damn it. The first AEW in Boston, I got this great press pass. It was such a great time, amazing thing, and they're coming tomorrow night. We'll see what AEW does in Boston tomorrow night, but I think it's really cool that Tony Khan went on there and did this. We'll see what happens. We have to listen to it all, but.
Playing Slovakia, Josh King, who's 18 years old, is a great young player for Fulham. Scored for England for the U21, so it was nice. A lot of great things happening in football. The Jazz.
I like both these guys. In reality, we make a lot of jokes about a lot of people and a lot of things, but I like these guys. I like both these guys. In reality, You know, we make a lot of jokes and, you know. But Ariel Helwani better be careful because if he makes any kind of slight motions towards Tony here, you know, Tony might fear for his life. So be careful, Ariel, Helwani.
Bags with a big win Sunday, and this is a huge week for AEW. We've got AEW Full Gear this Saturday night on pay-per-view. It's going to be a great event. It's one of the biggest AEW shows of the year, and it's going to be a big week of TV. Tomorrow we have AEW Dynamite, Wednesday Night Dynamite. It's a 3-hour show. It's on TBS at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, and it is actually a 3-hour live show. We're doing Dynamite and Collision on the same night in Boston, and it's going to be a great, great event. We've announced some big matches, and there's more to come. It's
You better say Boston, goddammit, because I'm really looking forward to it. I can't go to it because I'm negative $600 in the bank right now, but I would love to go to AEW. So Tony Khan, give Joe Cronin the ring. I'll come down and do my show live outside of the building, for God's sake. But I'm gonna need like $500 or something. So, like, cause I am dead poor. But no, I really wish I could be at. I really do wish I could go. I now miss. It's been a while since I've seen live wrestling, and no, this is really cool. I'm very glad that Tony Khan brought up AEW in Boston tomorrow.
It is actually a 3-hour live show. We're doing Dynamite and
Big
Collision
show.
on the same night in Boston. And
In Boston, big show leading up to Full Gear. It's going to be fun. I was at the first AEW Dynamite in Boston, second show ever. We got the AEW colors or the Boston Bruins colors. We love it in Boston. I got a wonderful press pass, but that's all gone now. But I really do like that Tony Khan went on this show with Ariel Helwani and they buried the hatch because I like both those guys. But yeah, I can't go to AEW Boston because I literally am negative in my bank account, or I would. But I'll tell you what, if someday we'll go. But if Tony Khan should have come on the Joe Cronin show instead, because we're in Boston, right? We're in Boston. He should have come here to promote AEW in Boston. We have so many Boston listeners to this show all over the place. We should have had Tony Khan in here, in studio, in your house, in my house. We could have had Tony Khan. Can you imagine Tony Khan in my house? A rich, successful, wonderful man in the studio of Joe Cronin, a 40-year-old loser in his basement who is beyond in debt. And I don't have glasses like Tony Khan, but I also don't have a bank account like Tony Khan either. But you know what? I would it's too bad we didn't get Tony Khan here because I love Tony. Because you know what? Tony Khan has made wrestling so much more interesting over the last 6 years. Without him, like, man, so many people have gotten paid and so many things have happened in just 6 years. It's crazy. You really think about it. You know, people should be very, very excited and happy, I think. But we'll see what happens. So maybe Tony Khan can find the care package for Joe Cronin in the mail somewhere, but I don't think so. I don't think so. But I hope they have fun in AEW Boston. And quite honestly, if I had money, I would take my whole family. You know, that's how much I really appreciate. Even though a lot of people have said a lot of things about what WWE has been doing and what AEW has been doing the last couple of years, you know, if I had money, I would take my whole family to AEW tomorrow. Yeah, and the kids have been wanting to see wrestling in person. I would do it. But alas, I am almost homeless. So, but Tony Khan, great guy, really great. Great guy for going on with Ariel Helwani. I'm glad they buried the hatchet. But he needs to be concerned that it could be the end of his life at any moment if Ariel Helwani lunges at him at all. But we'll have to listen to this more. I'll listen to this going to bed tonight, and then if I find some points from this I want to get to,
And it's going to be a great, great event. We've announced some big matches, and there's
Great
more to come.
event.
It's always exciting to do a live show, but it's especially big when we get to do a 3-hour show.
Yep.
And being a pay-per-view week, this is kind of one of the biggest weeks of the year in AEW. So I thought it would be great to do something noteworthy to promote it, and it seems like people are really excited to see us talk.
Yes, absolutely. And you're in our backyard as far as Full Gear is concerned.
Yes.
Prudential Center, The Rock, Newark. You were there last year for this event, and this is one of your like sort of tentpole.
Well, what about our backyard? He's in Boston's backyard. He's going to be in Boston tomorrow. Why did he go to? What the hell, Tony Khan? Come to the Joe Cronin show. I had Cody Rhodes, then he became WWE champ. Drew McIntyre, then he became WWE champ. Let's have Tony Khan, and then Tony Khan is going to beat WWE in the ratings if he comes here. It's going to happen. You know it.
Events, if you will.
Yes.
Darby and the.
I love Maven though too. I like the name drop. I like Maven. I like everybody right now. You guys notice that? My life is falling apart, but I like everybody. Isn't that nice? I think it's sweet. My life is falling apart, but I love everybody. You know that? Even though my life is in shambles, I really like everybody, and I love that AEW is in Boston tomorrow night, and we love Maven. With Ariel. Yeah, he did a wonderful podcast with Ariel, a man named after a mermaid.
In the main event.
Well, Darby and Pac is one of the big matches.
It's not the main event.
It's one of the top
Okay,
matches.
okay.
Hangman Page versus Samoa Joe in a steel cage matches. A huge world title match. Mercedes Moné, the TBS champion, wrestling the world champion, Chris Statlander, for the world title in Chris Statlander's backyard. That's one of the huge matches. Pac versus Darby is absolutely one of the big matches coming out of that Blood and Guts match.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed your interview with Darby, as I said. And
What a character, this guy.
What
He
a
poured
person.
water on his. I'm still not sure why.
that's not even in the top 27 crazy things I've seen Darby do.
Yes, I bet. But I enjoyed his vibe very much. I wasn't quite sure what to make of that moment, but a very eccentric guy, a fan favorite. I think a lot of people are wondering when he'll be able to like take that next step to be the guy, you know, to get the belt, to be the face of the company. Do you think he's close to that or not quite yet?
I think he's absolutely already one of the main faces of the promotion, and I've always felt really strong about Darby. Darby is one of our top wrestlers, and he's been with AEW since the very first show, and really it was our first summer of events where Darby came in, and he's, like you said, he's...
I don't even think this is a question. Not at all. I don't even think this is like a slight question. 100%. Darby Allin is like the face of AEW as far as I'm concerned. He is like I don't want to go too crazy and make people think that I'm being ridiculous, okay? I don't want to go too crazy and make people think I'm being ridiculous, but I think it's no question that Darby Allin is like the heart and soul of AEW. I mean, yeah, right, the Young Bucks and all the EVP guys and you know, yes, and Kenny Omega and people like that, yes. But Darby Allin is this sort of like, man, he is the heart or the most honest representation of AEW at its core and at its like infancy. You know what I mean? Like Darby Allin is like, I don't know, man, he's like the little brother that was always there. And it's just, there's something about him. I love him. I love Darby Allin. He is AEW more than anybody, more than, you know, some of the other people that left and that have come in, and even the big boys that we all talk about all the time. Darby Allin is the one that just was along for the ride since the beginning, but always shined like a gem, or just, man, I love Darby Allin. It's so pure. You know, Darby, I had no idea who Darby Allin was before AEW, and most people didn't. And immediately he had a song, a look, a drop kick, a suicide dive, a coffin drop, a personality, just unbelievable. It's right from the beginning he had this, and he still has it to this day. I believe I just feel like Darby Allin really is. He's the heartbeat. He's in a way he's just everything good or pure about AEW. You could have your beefs with some of the other people. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But if you have a beef with Darby Allin, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I mean? If you have a complaint about Darby Allin, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, you want to say what you say about the EVPs and maybe those people, and you want to criticize some of the moves they might have made or done or things like that, even though you loved them at one time or you still love them, but, you know, there's a flaw there. Darby Allin is so pure to me. Started out lovable, still lovable. He's just awesome. The only concerns that you have with Darby Allin is that he might kill himself out there. But yeah, I mean, Darby Allin is... What a damn gem Darby Allin is. I don't know how you can't feel that way about Darby Allin. It's just great. You like how Ariel Helwani's dressed all nice and Tony Khan's in a suit and I'm sitting here in my basement in a couple of sweatshirts? You like that?
He's an impressive person inside and outside the ring, and the chances he takes inside the ring are only matched by the chances he'll take outside the ring. He's an absolutely crazy stuntman. He takes insane risks, but he also really loves wrestling, and I'm sure you saw that when you talked to him.
Oh, yeah.
He loves it, and he's a great professional, but I absolutely think he's already one of the main faces of the promotion. He has not been the world champion in singles yet, but he's been the TNT champion and a huge, important face.
It's weird when he says he's already a main face, because, like, I feel like I feel like this is a conversation to have about Darby Allin like 3 or 4 years ago. Like, I'm already light years ahead of what Tony Khan is saying here. Like, I feel like he's one of the big guys in the company. Like, I don't feel that way at all. He has been that for years already, in my opinion, since like maybe before Sting was even paired with him. To me, that's how I felt.
Of our media rights partnership, but also as a world tag team champion, he was undefeated with Sting, and Sting's run in AEW is one of my favorite things we've ever done. I grew up as a huge Sting fan. If I had to guess, I bet you grew up as a Sting fan.
I enjoyed him.
Yeah, I have got to tell you this. I've got to say, I know we're like glazing AEW right now. I've bashed them recently, but I'm glazing them right now. I got to tell you, that Sting, those final moments of Sting, and by moments I mean like couple years, actually really all of it. If you were, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe they've already done this. If AEW has not done this, they need to do this. AEW, if you're listening, which you're probably not, but AEW, if you're listening, besides hiring me on commentary, AEW, if you're listening, what you need to do is we have got to put together, and it might be already out there and I'm just blind, we've got to have Sting, like the story, the AEW story of Sting, from when he arrived to several of the key moments and matches and like whatever, all the way up to his final match or retirement. And, you know, and then like it should end with them saying, but even though Sting is retired and he's made his last match, blah, 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 his memories continue as Sting still reappears from time to time in AEW and in the hearts of wrestling fans everywhere, at autograph signings, at blah blah blah, at blah 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 blah. I want this story of Sting, like a 1 hour to 2 hour show on Sting arriving in AEW, and like people giving their takes on Sting back in the day, and then also how they felt when he arrived, and then like this moment, and like the behind the scenes. Give me the behind the scenes on Sting from beginning to end of AEW, with a little bit of a pre-story on Sting's origins and a little quick closeout at the end. I think a beautifully produced thing like that, put it on, I mean, I don't even know if people buy Blu-rays anymore, but you know, you put it on Blu-ray, maybe you put it on, like, I guess you can't put it on Netflix now because, shit, Netflix is WWE's deal, but that's a bummer, isn't it? Like, is there, I mean, I guess you put it on the HBO, right? Put it on HBO Max and then sell it if you're AEW. And you know what? Maybe you can get Sting to sign it because, see, I understand that, like, you can't make a lot of money on Blu-rays anymore, right? Like, if you release this as a Blu-ray, I don't know how many people are going to buy it. Like 500 people, 500 to 1,000 people might buy it on Blu-ray, maybe. So to encourage sales, what I would do is I would reach out to Sting and I would get Sting to sign maybe 1,000 to 5,000 Blu-rays. I don't know. And then you put a Sting signed card in it, or you put it on or you have him physically sign the Blu-ray. I don't know. Some gimmick like that. And then you sell Sting's final whatever. Then you take Sting's music from AEW and you put it on like a colorful vinyl, and you just put this whole Sting package together. And you sell Sting's final whatever the frig it is for $159.99, and you package it to the AEW audience, and you plan on selling about 1,000 to 5,000 copies, right? And if you sell 5,000, then that's like $799,000. But after costs and everything else, I guess, probably. So AEW would take home maybe $180,000 to $200,000. I don't know. So maybe AEW takes home $200,000. I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works. Merchandising and all that stuff with AEW. I have no idea. I have no clue. And you got to pay Sting whatever you pay him. You go, hey, Sting, we'll give you $50,000 if you sign 1,000 DVDs or whatever. I'm sure Sting would say yes. He goes to autograph signings and signs 300 to 500 things and makes $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $8,000, right? Maybe $10,000. So yeah, you tell Sting, hey, listen, man, Sting, we'll give you 50, 60K. You just got to sign like 1,000 DVDs or whatever. Then you put the vinyl together. You put the Sting Blu-ray together. Maybe you put a couple other little things in there like stickers. You put a package together. You sell it for Christmas. Boom. Sting, winter is coming, career over, whatever the hell you want to call it. Obviously, you call it something way greater than that. I'm just, whatever. Anyway, why am I trying to sell products for AEW? I'm in sales. Maybe that's why. Hey, AEW, call me. I'll work on your sales team. Okay. We got to stop. I got to calm down. I guess I probably should get out of here because I got to get up early in the morning. And I don't know what I'm doing, why I'm up so late, you know what I mean? I don't know. I have no idea. Let's take a look at the schedule. Let's see if we can see what is he saying here. Let's see if it says anything else. Pull up the wiring here. Let's take a look. Okay. Mercedes, Cody Rhodes, Dominic Mysterio. Oh yeah, so Tony Khan gives update on Will Ospreay's return. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I think he's going to be out for a little bit. But yeah, is Logan Paul better than Will Ospreay? I don't think that's even a fair, it's such a goofy thing. I don't even want to get into that debate. Is it me or is I don't even want to get into that debate on which one is better. Do you know what I mean? I don't even want to get into that. Maybe I'm crazy. But I don't even want to get into that debate. I just think they're different. I think Will Ospreay is a more seasoned, raw, indie guy who's a top talent, high flyer in the business. And I think Logan Paul is kind of he's just like the WWE version of that. So I feel like they're two different guys. Now you put Will Ospreay in WWE and we'll see what happens. And Logan Paul learned from a lot of these guys quickly. He took from a lot of these guys very quickly. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? YR goes, I've been losing money betting. YR, stop it. Don't bet YR. You're going to lose it all. You're going to lose it all, brother. The hell am I looking at? Yeah, that's really cool, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for sending me. I was reading it I was just zoned out reading it, but let's continue with this interview.
He wasn't my favorite. That man was my favorite. That man right there,
Yeah.
Bret the Hitman Hart, was my favorite.
Bret Hart was one of my favorite wrestlers too, and I was a huge fan of both of them. Sting is one of my all-time favorites, and to be able to have Sting come and say, I want to keep wrestling and I want to come to AEW and I'll do kind of whatever you want. And he never said, I want to go undefeated or have that run. He never asked for something like that. And he didn't know Darby well yet either. And I introduced them, and it was this pair. They clicked so well in the ring, but they've become best friends out of the ring too.
Wow.
And if you could see them planning their matches, planning their moves, and putting ideas together, it's such an incredible partnership. And, you know, two different generations, and there's even a generation of wrestlers in between them too, which is
I was going to say there's like a couple of generations, I think, in between Darby and Sting. But yeah, that must have been really cool to watch those two guys and do that, because I thought that is one of the most successful things in AEW history. You know, and it's one of the pure things, right? Like, a lot of things are tainted, right? I mean, I don't really care, but some things, you know, are tainted. You bring up like CM Punk stuff, you bring up Cody, you know, you bring up some of these things, and they almost feel tainted now or whatever. But one thing that's very pure that can't be tainted whatsoever, I don't think, unless Darby Allin goes on like a, you know, shoot a murderous rampage in a, you know, a kindergarten or something. You know, Darby Allin and Sting will never be tainted. It's like Sting showing up and then to the very end, and then Darby Allin, everything he does. Those two together, and then what they've done is very pure AEW. It was all kind of made in AEW. I mean, Sting is a little different because he's a character that existed before AEW, so that's not what I mean. But, you know, it just feels very Sting and Darby and everything they did feels very owned by AEW. Committed to AEW, part of AEW, pure. Like, there's nothing that can taint it, really. You know, Sting has already closed it out, so the story's already told, and it's already perfect, right? The story on some other people, it's got a little bit of a salty vibe, but not Sting and Darby.
Amazing. You know, they're very different in a lot of ways, but their similarities brought them together, and it's a bond that exists outside the ring, but obviously Sting and Darby in the ring were a great team for us. So Darby has been, to me, already a face of the promotion, and he would be a great world.
He's been you know, I don't even agree with this. For Tony to say he's been already, to me, a face of the promotion, I think he's trying to say the same thing I'm saying, but I think it's obvious. I think Darby Allin has been a face of the promotion since like day one almost, right? Maybe, I mean, I can remember on this show sitting here with hundreds of people watching live, thousands of people watching live, actually, and saying like, man, Darby Allin is like one of the staples. He's one of the originals. You talk about ECW originals, Darby Allin is an AEW original, and he's a meaningful one that I will never forget as long as I'm alive, and that you won't either, I don't think. You know, you talk about Tommy Dreamer and Sandman and RVD and Jerry Lynn and a couple other names go on, the Dudleys and stuff like that in the ECW. Darby Allin is one of those for AEW. I mean, it's massively important.
Champion too. I really believe that as well.
Is there ever a point with Darby where you feel like it's a little too crazy?
Someday, Darby Allin is going to win the AEW World Championship, I believe. And it will be, maybe it won't be as big, right? Probably. But it will be similar to when kind of Mick Foley and Jeff Hardy won the WWE Championship. It will be in that realm for AEW, right? It will be like this underdog story, or finally like this AEW original loved wrestler Darby Allin. Oh my God, he's won the biggest prize in wrestling, the Mecca. He's done it. He wasn't supposed to be able to do it. He did it, damn it. Mick Foley, Jeff Hardy, Darby Allin. I think that will happen, and it should happen, but like plenty of time. And if it does happen, it happens very organically maybe, and hopefully there's a big crowd for it. I'm hoping the AEW crowds, like AEW gets popular again and they start taking off and doing better. I wish I was in AEW writing stuff or helping. I don't know how I could help. I don't know. They'd probably just punch me and fire me. But I just want to help. I want them to do really well. I want them to do well is all it is. I really care about it. And yeah, I think that's in the cards. If the crowds can come back even more and AEW can grow again even bigger, then that's in the cards for Darby Allin, and it would be a loud pop, I think. But if too much more time goes by, that ship maybe will sail, or it won't be as impactful as it could have been. But we'll see what happens. Full Gear's coming up. We got AEW Boston tomorrow, my hometown. I'm only 30 minutes from the Garden or whatever. Oh, are they in the Garden or the Giannis Arena? Where are they tomorrow? No, they're not at Boston Garden. They're probably at a Giannis Arena, right? I don't know. How do I not know this? I should probably look it up, right?
Described, it was pretty brutal, and that was the one after where I said, I think you're so brilliant about these chances, but this is the first time ever where I thought probably it was too much. But it was also the greatest night in the history of the promotion, and he took a huge risk, and it worked out, and they won the match, and Sting and Darby finished as an undefeated team, and Sting retired undefeated in AEW as a World Tag Team Champion. It's my personal favorite night ever of all the wrestling we've ever done, and Darby was such a huge part of that, but that was a big risk to take for sure.
What is your line with the stunts? Like Moxley stuff, and is there a line for you? I know some fans say it's like a little bit too gory. So do you have a personal line?
It has to make sense, and almost everything we've ever done, I thought it made sense. And the things that, if there were ever a few that didn't work out, I thought, well, that probably didn't make sense to begin with. And
yeah, no doubt about it. Kind of crazy. Well, I love, Tony Khan's great there for going on Ariel Helwani, and we'll hope it's good. Hope everything works out. I hope everything works out for all of us. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for being here, and we'll get more into this interview as I listen to it tonight and go to sleep and sleep on it. I like it. Thanks for hanging out. AEW Dynamite tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow.